Hello, welcome again. Today we're going to be brewing a Timothy Taylor's Landlord. Now this recipe calls for 18.7 litres of water, so there's no better way to measure it out than with a measuring jug. There we go, 18.7 litres in. Try and keep the heat in, so put the lid on, get that in, there we go. So just leave that, get up to mash temperature. Let's just check on the water, almost up to temperature, 66 we're looking for, and then we're going to be doing a 90-minute boil on this one. Okay, so we're ready to mash in. Massive paddle. Definitely worth taking time at this stage. Perfect for what we're doing. Right, we'll give this a little bit of a stir later on, so I'll put that to the side. Okay, so now we've got to put the top part on. And what I want to do is just get that to sit just on the top of the grain like that. Recycling arm in. There we are. And now we need to keep an eye on the sight glass at the side. So the sight glass is currently reading 21 to about 23 litres to start with. We'll see where it settles out. 90 minutes. The H is flashing. So quick update. Well, we've only done 12 minutes so far. Have the mash. Just check the sight glass. I'm up to about 19. Maybe I can open it up a little more. And look at that. You can see already how much clearer that liquid is. You can actually see the little filter on the top there. Just going to open this valve a little more. Just a tiny fraction. Look at this, ready? Might steam up, but there we go. Super clear and darkening, look at that. So here we go, we've got to the end of the mash. The recipe says a mash out temperature of 75, so I'm going to put the temperature up to 75 here. We'll turn the power up a bit. I'm not going to get it all the way up to 75 because the mash water will be hotter. This is just to sort of equalise the two liquids. Before we start the sparge, just a little look at how beautifully clear and what a gorgeous colour that is. That mash has worked really, really well. So next stage, we're all done here. So we're going to start sparging. So turn the pump off. Recirculation arm out, it's done its job for the moment. Now we can take the top screen out. We don't need that now. Ooh, hot. Lift out. And there we are, look at that. There's our grains all still nice and floating. That's going to sit there. Right, I'm just going to slow that down a minute. So it's got a bit high. I want to make sure that all drains through. I don't want it to get too heavy. I want the grain to still float. Anyway, that's the principle. I will come back when the sparge is finished. Of course, the step I forgot to show you before I started sparging was actually lifting the grain basket up, but I did that immediately. And now I can just never get the last couple of litres of water, or litre and a half of water out of the tank. I probably should just add extra in. That's all in. I have turned the temperature up to boiling, or the thermostat up to boiling. I've got the power now on full, and it's 88.7 and rising temperature wise. And then we can lift that out, put the lid on, and get the boil going. I've already weighed out the hops for the boil. They're all pellet. These Kent Goldings, I think. I'll put it in. Use this one. Now it is worth mentioning that this is just coming up to the boil, 98.1 it says, but you can see it's just starting to about 31 litres in here. What I'm going to do quickly is take a pre-boil gravity reading. I'm just going to use the little pipette, just grab a quick sample. A couple of drops on this. 10:43. So we're boiling now according to the machine itself. It pinged. So this is the first batch. The whole packet, in it goes. Rolling boil. That's what we want to see. My shed rather is steaming up like a good one. Even though the door's wide open and a lot of the steam is going out. Back with 10 minutes to go when we put the next hop addition in. So 10 minutes to go. We are just about to put in the last hop addition and one of these Protoflock tablets. So let's just run those in. Yep, 10 minutes on the timer. In they go. So we've got 9 minutes to go, and then we've got one more hop addition at flame out, and that sound says it's all over. So last hop addition. And here is my fermenter inside there with the airlock on the top of it. So I have a little fan that just runs, a little USB fan, and so the fridge obviously turns on and off. And I've got at the back there, that's a little heater bar. It's a 30-watt heater bar. It's for sort of a small confined space. So I've got both heating and cooling inside the fridge.